I would not have drove 4 hours today. I didn't want to come 4 hours. Just give it to the wait. Look at these. Look at this. This is what the people want in your county or in your city. All you had to do was just take the olive branch that not only myself, Mr. Phylax, all of us have offered you guys. And if you don't want it, then we're just going to keep coming back. You make it seem like this isn't going to get put out on YouTube. You make it seem like we're going to go against the grain every single time when people go against our rights. That's the whole premise. The whole premise of when Miss what's her friggin' name? I can't even remember her name. McNasty. I always call her McNasty, Casey or whatever. She put her hands on me, detained me, threw in the back of a car for 45 minutes, and here I am. And I've never let that go. And then Gandy, he put his hands on me. And then Slaughter, that's not here, he just went along with the ride. Just give it back to all these people. That's all I said it. I'm like, you want me to go away?
Go back home 4 hours away. That's where you belong.
Hey, stop sucking their boot, bro. Stop hitting that gavel. Stop interrupting me. Oh my God. What?
Stop the gentleman from interrupting you.
You want me here? Go home.
Thank you.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
No.
Free speech.
No.
It's my time, not your time. If you want to get up here and talk about whatever you want to talk about me, more than
First of all, look at the shirt you got on the front.
yeah, fuck you too, buddy.
You think your mother did that now?
Yes, I do.
We're not gonna have a meeting if we can't do an order. So if you can allow the speaker.
He started this,
If
dude.
you can allow the speaker to go ahead and finish, then go ahead.
Just out of curiosity, how much time do I have? 52? Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
I can't accept bootlickers. Because you know something? I've got a grandfather, a great-grandfather, my parents, all fought for this country's rights. The same ones that everybody here deserves. But if somebody wants to tell me that I can't say what I want to say because of the things that have been done to me in Clearwater, then they can go fuck themselves too. Have a good one.
Watch your
Hey, welcome to you, dumbass.
That's right. Thank you. You're the dumbass. Why don't you go home 4 hours away?
What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do?
Also, if we want to have a conversation, please take it outside. Let people take it.
Yeah, we can take it outside, dude. I ain't scared of you.
Good evening. My name is Sean Berry.
Any day of the week.
I stand before you as a perfect advocate for our inalienable rights.
Guys, take a look.
Which
I
the state
don't want to adjourn this meeting because this is I don't want to adjourn this meeting because we're not going to have
ground progress.
not going to let people speak.
Suppressing free speech.
If we're not gonna let people speak with the microphone, then we're not gonna rather adjourn the meeting. So, if you wanna have a conversation with somebody, and you're not the microphone, please take it outside.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Come
on.
Whoever's the microphone.
Let's go, buddy. Hey, buddy, come on. Come on.
Yeah, take it outside, put it where your mouth is.
Leads to ignorance and tyranny. Through the free exchange of ideas, we have achieved our greatest advance. Censorship robs society of diversity of thought that fuels innovation. Consider the recent controversy in Europe, where Germany's government has been accused of expansive hate speech and defamation laws to silence dissent. Ordinary citizens have faced fines, imprisonment, and raids for expressing their opinions. This climate of fear has led to widespread censorship, stifling meaningful debate and innovation. John Milton and Era Predica argued against censorship and championed for liberty of expression. understanding that truth is best served by vigorous debate. Our Constitution's First Amendment guarantees this precious right, reflecting our core values of liberty and justice. Enacting the draconian rules undermines these values and the foundation of our nation. The chilling effect of such restrictions cannot be overstated. When citizens fear retribution for voicing their opinion, they retreat into silence, stalling innovation and weakening accountability. I implore you to reject this war on expression and uphold our principles that guide our nation. Let us reaffirm our commitment to free speech and pursuit of truth, and the preservation of our democratic ideals. Protecting free speech honors our past, safeguards our present, and secures our future. Thank you.
Hi, council members. I believe we met a couple weeks ago with the new max and all that stuff that we both posted. In the center, I'm the vice president for UMax, and my members here also. They'll be sharing their views also. I want to talk to you guys about although we have posted events in the previous, and we do have other future events as well to bring in more of the Hispanic populations and also our other community members into our events. We are looking also to see if you guys can help us with providing us with a facility. It doesn't have to be a very large facility, or maybe just a small or medium-sized facility where we can host some meetings that we usually have. Our meetings, we don't necessarily have a facility. We go house to house within our members to do some meetings and talk about our events and our future plans that we have in mind, especially when our Hispanic communities need more help and or need resources from us. We don't know where to do those events. So if there's a facility that's not used that can be, borrowed, where we can do those meetings, that would be great. And especially when one of the things that we do to provide resources to our families is if there's an incident that happened, especially one of the young 16-year-old kid that got in an accident, unfortunately passed away, and there's been a lot of support within the community to do fundraising, and usually they have to find other ways to do these fundraising, even go up to other cities to host these fundraising events, and we would appreciate to have a facility where we can host that. And not just that, but other meetings such as this, we can even have a council meeting to the Hispanic population at that particular facility. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to bring to the table. Thank you very much.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's greatly appreciated by our community that we have a chance to speak on items that we feel that there's a need. I know everybody has different needs, and I'm here to support Mr. Cotton for removing fluoride from our public water system, because more and more people that work in water treatments are expressing their concern that they have to wear gloves, they have to wear all this equipment to even handle fluoride because it's acid, and yet we are drinking it and we are bathing in it, and it concerns. My home has a water filtration system, so I'm able to, stop a lot of that. But I know a lot of minority families don't own their home, and unfortunately, they don't put water filtration systems. And then my children, they go to Cypress Christian School, and they're very fortunate, but I am also concerned that they are getting water that has fluoride treatment in it. Which brings to a topic that I'm also here for, is for many years we've been advocating, we've been asking that our Hispanic community is in need of a space more like a basketball courts and soccer, and we found a place that is very able to convert into something like that. And I'm also representing here LULAC, which is League of United Latin American Citizens, and Mr. Odilon Mesquite, who is the president of North Saturn Neighborhood Association. And we've been advocating for the park that's called Sid Licton. It has 7 baseball fields, and what we're requesting is that 2 of them can be converted into a basketball court and maybe a fast five soccer, so that way the local community can access that complex. It's so unfortunate that there's so many kids there that, their parents are not able to get into a basketball league or a soccer league, and that they're just sitting there at home and struggling with obesity issues and having a complex right in their neighborhood that they don't have access to. It kind of reminds me of a friend saying that their generation missed out on learning how to swim because they were African American, and because their parents didn't get a chance to learn how to swim, because their grandparents didn't get to learn how to swim, because they were not allowed to use public pools. So that's not, I know that's none of that is your fault, but I think you guys have the ability and power to change that effect. And that's what we're asking, that these kids that are in the North Center neighborhood that don't have the means to, or the parents don't have the resources to put them in youth leagues, that instead of them riding their bikes around that complex and seeing other kids play baseball, that they have that opportunity to actually play in that complex. And we know that through basketball and soccer is one of the main sports in the Hispanic community that really helps them nourish, really helps them, be disciplined, gets them out of drugs, gets them out of obesity issues, and gets them out of, forming gangs. So that's, thank you.
Hello, good evening, Council. My name is Tommy Petuto. I am an alumni from this building, St. Petersburg College, currently now a student at the University of South Florida. Today I'm part of here with Illinois, the nonprofit organization, and we would like to request a meeting with the Water PV Chief Hispanic license and those of the City Council to discuss the new immigration laws that were recently passed. I would like to schedule this meeting in order to have a better understanding on how these laws will affect the Hispanic and Latino community here in the city of Clearwater. And I would also like to have a discussion to ensure that the Hispanic and Latino community are not targeted nor discriminated or racially profiled. Thank you for your time, guys. That's all I have.
Hello, Council, City Manager, City Attorney. My name is Samuel Hutkin. I'm the President of the Clearwater Beach Association. I had a certain type of speech, but after witnessing such display of rude, free speech, I just have to say that this council and this city management is at your disposal. And at any time you want to talk to them about anything, they're able to be reached. They can set meetings with you. They can actually go over any problems that you have. If you just want a YouTube stream and you're trying to make money off their pain and suffering, that's disgusting. That's not free speech. That is just rude and disrespectful. I'm here basically to say that I understand this forum is about hearing about citizens' needs and trust me, I wanted to interrupt you guys. I understand that this forum is about hearing from citizens' needs and maybe some complaints. But I'm here just to point out some amazing achievements that the city has done recently. As my background is in infrastructure running multiple companies, as it relates to leadership, decision-making and thinking forward and moving forward quickly. It wasn't just the storms that made me realize this. It was for 15 years being here. We do have some infrastructure issues, and this leadership group, council, and city management had to inherit a couple of issues. But they've worked so fast in so many ways. When the storm hit, yes, I was up for 18 hours and 3 hours of sleep. But each city council, each city, and the management, I must have talked to Dan Slaughter, I'm sorry, Dan, 5 times a day. I bothered him, midnight, 1 in the morning, I texted him, he responded, pulling resources, moving people to help people. Even people pulling up on jet skis trying to save people out of homes. There was so many things that people did. Oh my God. There were so many things that the city did. I'll wait. There are so many things that the city did to help not just the beach residents, but all residents. I was just impressed. I was still learning all the things. And I've been talking to the city for many years, but I still was learning that how they were adapting, figuring things out. That's the most important thing that we all need to realize. You have an adaptable city council and city management. They're not saying it's perfect. They're saying, how can I get there to protect you? I understand we have a lot of build back that we have to do, but what's important is trying to understand by communication what we need to do to make things better. And I just wanted to say, I'm impressed. And it's hard to impress me. I have actually gone to council and I have actually complained about a couple things. But at this moment right now, I can't be more impressed with what is happening right now. There are things we have to fix. We have dune restoration we have to do. We have seawall issues that we have to deal with. We have pipe work and infrastructure. But this team is working not just in this level, but on the state level to try and help out. My congratulations to you guys. I'm sorry you have to deal with all this at a regular basis, but we're here to support you. Thank you.
What's up, guys? The only person that deserves any respect up there is Tom Cotton. The rest of you are Constitution killers. Absolutely. I just found out that Texera on a hot mic called Mr. Haluba a dumbass. I don't know who she thinks she is to call somebody a dumbass. I think he was here doing this thing and paying taxes while you were still pooping your diaper. Right? If you think he's a dumbass, well, let's have a live debate and we'll see who the dumbass is. I also saw you guys took $13,000 from the Greek Orthodox Church, which is my family and relatives. I'll go let them know the things you do here. And considering you have a $25 million budget for the police force that doesn't even know basic law, maybe you could fork over 13 grand, right? You bring up Martin Luther King on your website, you honor him, yet you arrest people for free speech. Sergeant Stiff over there arrested a man because he said he gets under the thin skin of the mayor. I'm not impressed with that. The second in charge of the police union was caught trafficking hundreds of pounds of fentanyl and other drugs. The fluoride in the water, I thought Pinellas took fluoride out of the water 10, 12 years ago when a bunch of activists came. You guys took it out of the water. I guess you had to have that neurotoxin in the water, and it seems like you guys are drinking it by the gallon or the case, however you buy your... You as a lawyer, Mr. Reckham, said that I had to surrender my right to privacy in order to exercise my free speech. I don't know where you got your law degree, but that's not the case. Who we got here? Sergeant Ray Cruz, while in uniform, in his car, is sending dick pics to women. Right? That's impressive, right? Isn't that impressive? Yeah.
Why don't you just go home?
We also, gavel please, interruption. We've been arrested for speech. You guys have put people in a cage for speaking. That's the only reason we're here. Not only that, you took away someone's Second Amendment right and falsely imprisoned him on the beach. And then when he came to city council to talk about it, the police chief assaulted him. What's wrong with you people? That's not impressive. You claim wasted tax money and we're wasting tax money. You guys created an extra meeting and you investigated free speech activists for over a year. How much money did that cost? I'll do an open records request. How much money did that cost? John Felix at Gmail. Open records request right there. You have a reasonable amount of time to deliver. Property taxes. DeSantis is considering getting rid of property taxes. Anyone that doesn't vote for getting rid of property taxes has a screw loose and is really pounding down the fluoride. Get rid of the property tax. You shouldn't have to rent your property from the government here, and the only people who would have a problem getting rid of property tax are government parasites who pad their pensions with that money. How much time is that? 10 seconds. You guys getting it yet? We offered to leave, but you guys created a circus. Have a good day.
Hi everybody, good evening, I'm Cecilia, I will be translating on behalf of
Thank you for having us here. I think everyone here has spent this time to make our community better. I'm pastor for 15 years, working with the community, especially with the youth, and I'm part of Unix. And what they spoke before about how important it is for us to have a place for our youth, I think it's very important. because the experience that I had working with the youth is the people or the youth that are involved in any sport, they are the more successful persons. And this is really important for our community because this Spanish culture, we don't usually go place to place. Where we born, that's where we stay. So if we help them and give them the opportunity to have a place where they can do what they need, church or any sport, we're gonna make this area Clearwater better and better. Thank you.
Well, my name is Ellen Nevada, and I'm co-chairman of the Downtown Gateway Business and Neighborhood Association. Well, this is going to be a different speech. Well, my name is Ellen Nevada, and I'm co-chairman of the Downtown Gateway Business and Neighborhood Association. And I had read the memo from Monica about this meeting tonight, and it kind of went in the back of my head. And then a couple of people said, "Oh, you're going to give a speech tonight." And I said, "Oh, am I?" And so anyway, here I am. I literally wrote this up at 3 o'clock, so I haven't had much time to practice. So if you'll bear with me, here we go. Good evening, Mayor and council members. I wanted to come here this evening on behalf of myself, Maurice Carver, and all of the Downtown Gateway community. We all are so thrilled and thank you all for giving us the beautiful streetscape and now the stunning Mercado, colorful shade sails blowing in the breeze, and the magnificent mosaic mural. It's just breathtaking. It has taken a long time for the streetscape and Mercado to come to fruition, but well worth the wait. This is more than we ever dreamed of. I mean that from my heart. We never thought it would be that much fun. With the fun and very nice ribbon cutting ceremony back several months ago with the mayor and the city officers, guest speakers, great food, I think it was from Julie's. We really felt so very special. And now, with the upcoming huge grand opening and the unveiling of the mosaic mural, this is the icing on the cake. Many more events will be scheduled in the future for all to enjoy. In closing, I would like to mention the Neighborhood Day event coming up on March the 22nd. Our community group did participate in a previous neighborhood day way back maybe in 2009 or 10, something like that, coordinated with the opening of the Clearwater Community Garden on Grove Street. So we were on Grove Street and then the community garden was over here. It was a neat event. This year we are asking the community garden to participate and bring a table. And they are going to bring honey that was created by the bees in the Clearwater area. We applied and have gone forward with our idea. But be sure to come by our table for food from the restaurants, music, games, and treks for the children, and of course, our monthly raffle. When you all make the rounds, if you come by our table, we'd really be thrilled to see you. The clock is ticking. Wait a minute. Okay. Again, thank you all for the hard work and planning, the many changes in plans and hoops you all had to jump over and go through. And then over many, many times that happened. So in the words of George Costanza on the Jerry Steinfeld show, the Gateway's coming back, baby. We're coming back bigger and better than we ever imagined. And we can't thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Mariana Bisu, and I'm
so everybody knows. His name